Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Lachendro. I'm one of the annuity sales directors here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services, and it is a pleasure to speak with you all today. I want to thank you for your time and joining us, and look forward and speaking with you hopefully here after our webinar to answer any questions as well. But today we are going to go over the new product that we have with an A+ rated carrier, North American, very well-known carrier. Been around over 130 years. We've got one of our specialists, Melva Newbrough, that is going to be presenting their new launch product, PrimePath, which I'm super excited about. You guys are going to be blown away with some of the bells and whistles and opportunities and flexibility that you're going to be able to offer your clients. I do recognize some names on my list here, on my attendee list. So for those of you I've already spoken to before and recently, welcome back. Look forward and speaking to you again here shortly. Also, I see a couple new names here that are new that I have not had the pleasure of speaking with. So for you that are new, welcome to this webinar, and I look forward in speaking with you as well. Now, Melva is having some technical difficulties right now, so hopefully she can get on and be able to share her presentation on the new product here. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and go over some perks and things like that that you get in partnering with us here at IAMS. I like to call us the IAMS family because you really do feel that partnership and family feel when you work with us here. And with that, I'll go ahead and get started and give you a kind of a 10,000 foot view of the partnership that you get with us here at IAMS. Right out of the gate, when you contract with us, we want to thank you for giving us a shot in that partnership, and give you something a little bit back after the first 6 months, depending on what production level that you come in at. So if you write 100,000, you can get things like $750 in cash. Maybe it's a postcard mailing. Really, the goal of this new producer builders program that we have is to boost your business and help you grow your business. And that's really what we want to do with you here at IAMS. So depending on your level, 100,000, we'll think outside the box. Let's say you need some marketing pieces or brochures. We can revamp and throw your logo, your contact information on those. We have a whole library on our website of items that you can use, and I'll get to that in a minute. But these are just ideas at each of those levels. So please think outside the box. If there's something else that's not listed here that would be a much better fit for you, maybe it's paying for some preset appointments. Maybe it's a website, we certainly want to make sure that we're doing this to the benefit of growing your business. So just keep that in mind. Also, working with us here at IAMS when you're contracted, and if you have another colleague or producer that you think would be a good fit with us as well, definitely let us know. And once they get contracted, we're going to pay you for that. We're going to, show you that we appreciate that referral coming over to us by giving you an override on any business that they write, giving you a little extra cash when they contract with us. And this page here gives you an example of what kind of percentages and things that you would get on our override. Now, that doesn't come out of your referral's pocket. That is coming out of our pocket, directly a check from our accounting department to you on a quarterly basis to thank you for referring that producer or agent over to us, because without you, we wouldn't be able to have that partnership with someone else. So just want to make sure that you know you are appreciated for that. Also, our back office support. Our back office support is something that that we are well known for. Most folks are with us and have been with us for 20 plus years, simply because we have the best back office support in the industry. Here you're going to get I like folks and agents and producers to think of me as your right hand man, or your annuity director, or your life director as your right hand man or woman. Um, we're going to give you the resources. We'll help you build your cases. We'll help you do the illustrations. We'll get you connected to our new business person that is assigned to that particular carrier to make sure that your applications and your business is running through as smooth as possible. So you're not sitting on the phone for an hour waiting for a carrier to get on the phone to tell you what the status is. We do all of that for you. Really, the goal of our back office support is to give you the time and freedom to do what you do best, and that is being in front of clients. We want to do all the other stuff for you so that you can be as productive as possible. So if you have any questions on any of that back office support, please let me or your annuity director or life director know, and we'll be happy to answer those questions for you. I mentioned briefly earlier that we have our IAMS website and a plethora of information on this website. Go to www.imsinc.com, save that link, that address to your favorites. You won't regret it. In here, it's easy to register. I think it's just a name and an email address. And when you get contracted, you're going to have access to Firelight, and I'll get to that in a minute. But here, you can go to the support tab or the training tab and find so much information. On the support tab, you can find things like our sales resource library, our training tab. You'll have access to our academy, which I'll also get to in a minute. But you can also go to products, get illustrations, quotes. You can get forms. There's just everything at your fingertips here. So if you ever want your annuity director to go give you a tour or help you drive the bus on this website, our website, don't hesitate to ask. We're happy to do that because we want you to be able to use these resources at any time of the day that you'd like. As I mentioned on our website, we also have Firelight, one of the best EAP programs out there in the industry. On Firelight, you are able to get the correct forms. If the carrier is on Firelight, trust me, you are going to want to take the time and learn how to use that platform. And you have us here at IAMS to walk you through it and get you comfortable. This will save you so much headache on maybe not having the right form, maybe missing a question on the application, missing a date, missing a signature. This helps you have the most accurate application that you can, saves you, saves the client so much headache in trying to get business through the door. And then at the end of the day, the client gets their policy faster and you get your commission faster. So if you ever have any questions on how to use Firelight, it is worth your time to let us know and let us walk you through that. Get registered, get that going if you haven't already, and you won't be sorry, trust me. Also, part of our team, we have our creative marketing solutions department. These guys are so talented, guys and gal, are so talented. I love when they come up with different solutions for my advisors and my agents. They're always blown away. I see a couple of my agents on here that can confirm if I were to unmute them, but um, I love the ideas and solutions that they come up with here. So if you ever have, a question on, say you're looking for, you're not sure how your website looks, maybe you just want an outsider looking in and get some feedback on that, we can do that for you. Maybe you're not sure if your logo is as sharp as it was 5 or 10 years ago. We can come up with that for you. I mean, literally name it. We can get creative for it, why we call it the creative marketing solutions. So let us know if you have any questions on that. Also available to our contracted producers that are producing with us, we have Retirement Analyzer. This is something that Steve Murray, our president, pays for you when you have production with us, because there is a cost associated to it. But if we can help you, have better looking presentations and showing those clients their shortfall in retirement with a nice program like Retirement Analyzer, then so be it. We're happy to provide that for you. If you have any questions on this, definitely let us know. If you're interested in having access to this, just let us know and we'll get you rolling. I also want to go over our IAMS Wealth Management. This is these guys over here. This is something that Steve and Charles added several years ago. We really wanted to be that one-stop shop for all of your needs that you could possibly need for your clients. And IAMS Wealth Management takes care of you just as well as we take care of you on the life and annuity side. As far as their back office support, they make things super easy for you. They'll, manage and help you build your websites. I mean, it's full service. It's the Cadillac service. What I really want to point out with IAMS Wealth Management are two things. One, if you are looking to move over, I'll introduce you over to Duncan Smith, and he'll get you rolling, answer any questions that you might have, or any of the guys back there actually. But you'll get the full service that you're not getting at your current BD. I guarantee you it's going to be worth your time to talk to them on that. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about with IAMS Wealth Management is, for those of you that aren't securities licensed and are thinking about it, talk to Duncan or Charles or any of those guys back there, and we can help you get that license going. But if you are not interested in getting your license or registration, then we have solutions for you there as well. I know that when I started in the business and prior to getting my securities license, I had no choice. My clients had a need for securities, and I had to give that business away. And when I handed it over to a fellow securities licensed agent, they wanted a piece of the rest of the pie. They took everything. So I wasn't able to keep stay in control of my client. I mean, I wasn't able to keep them in my own backyard. It was that simple. Now, if you have that situation here, you can utilize IAMS Wealth Management, and Zach in our office will take care of your client with you. You have 100% control of your client and keeping them in your backyard. And the best part of that is, if you do decide to get licensed or registered, then IAMS Wealth Management will transfer that client right back to you. How often is that going to happen with anybody else? I mean, no one else is going to transfer the client back to you. IAMS Wealth Management is. So if you ever have any questions on this or want to take a deeper dive, I'm going to put a poll out right now and launch that. Definitely select yes here. And Duncan or Charles or Zach will be happy to give you a call and go through any of those questions or thoughts that you might have. So I'll give this just a minute. Melva, I see you.
Yes, I'm here. Yay.
Yay, I'm glad you were able to join us. I was a little worried. I
Thank
thought
you.
your computer blew up.
I was as well.
Well, welcome to the webinar, Melva. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
All right, looks like most of you have answered, so I'm going to go ahead and close that poll and keep going. I also have another slide here that I want to talk about, and that is our academy. And why I talk about the academy, I'm going to throw another poll out there, see if you're interested in the academy. We actually just did one with Melva and North American. They did an amazing job in taking our agents really to the next level. And this is an all expense paid trip by IAMS, and we've got another one coming up here. We try to have a couple of them every year, at least two. But if this is something that you're interested in, definitely select yes, and we'll be sure to get you the information. But we're going to go over advanced sales concepts. We're going to go over, strategies, particular strategies that North American products have, both on the life and the annuity side. Sales ideas. You're going to hear from some of the top producers in our industry. The whole goal of these academies and why we invest in you, these academies, is to find ways for you to walk away, go home, and have tools to grow your business. So if you're interested in information or registration links for our next academy, you want to select yes here at this poll, and we'll be sure to get that information over to you. All right. Also, we have our top producer summit trip. It's going to be at the Green Bearer this year. We were at 4.5 million points to qualify. Steve decided, because we're running out of time, he's going to give some folks a chance. And if you hit 4 million, then you automatically qualify for our top producer summit. We like to get creative and, rewarding you guys for the sales and the production that you write with us. The qualification period for this does end June 30th of this year. But if you're, like I said, I see a lot of names here I recognize, and then a couple large cases could also get you qualified. So keep that in the back of your mind when you're writing business, and hopefully we can get you on our next trip. Obviously, we're a marketing company, so we're going to have Facebook and LinkedIn. So here's our Facebook and LinkedIn pages. I would invite you to, excuse me, to click or go to these pages, add us, share with us. We keep the content up there updated and valuable content for you to stay in the know in the industry. And with that, Melva, I am done with my end. Again, if you have any questions, you guys, just jot them down. We're going to try to save questions for the end, depending on the time, because we're at 10:21 right now. And if there's time, then we'll definitely go through those, or you can put them in the question box here. And if there is time, I'll go ahead and interrupt Melva. She's usually cool with that, and we can get them answered as well. Love the interaction. With that, Melva, I'm going to go and change the presenter to you.
All righty. There we go. All
Hey guys, I'm so excited about this new product with PrimePath. I mean, it is really something. I'm going to try to shut my mouth so that Melva can talk about her own products. But I've been having so many conversations with a lot of my agents on this. I'm super psyched about it. This is a game changer in the industry. And with that, Melva, I will shut up and let you take the floor.
That is no problem, Lisa. Thanks so much for inviting me to share the exciting information about this new product that we're offering through IAMS. We are also super stoked. And Lisa, you always do such a good job letting me do my presentation skills here. So let's get started. So where's my mouse at? Okay, there we go. So two big things that we're going to cover today is, number one, I do want to talk just very quickly about working with North American and what we can bring. You've heard all about the awesome things that IAMS does for you guys. They are a fantastic IMO to work with. And just our partnership with North American, and then what we can do service-oriented for you. I want to talk a little bit about that. And then, of course, delve into the PrimePath Pro 10 and 12 products and let you know how exciting and awesome that is for us. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about our strengths. So North American as a company, we are an A+ rated carrier, not only with AM Best, but also with S&P and with Fitch. So very strong for the industry. But before I get to this screen, we're also a privately held company. What that means is that we really can focus on long-term goals. We don't have to succumb to the short-term pressures of making changes. So that makes us really competitive out in the field as well, and a company that's stable and strong. We also have this great support team. I've got our sales team region map up here. Lisa maybe is not always available to help you. They're great. When they say they will answer the phone if you call in, they seriously will answer the phone. I have gotten the president answering the phone saying, "Steve, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, nobody was answering the phone. We have somebody live that answers that phone every time." If your marketer is not available to help you, we have our regional sales directors that do work one-on-one with the agent base as well. They are separated into some different regions, and they do some traveling. So if you're looking for some additional assistance or one-on-one meetings, things like that, they can accommodate that for you as well. Right now, they're at 6 regions. This is expanding to 8 regions beginning, I believe it's May 16th. So I will have an updated map for you, but just know that we do have regional sales directors as well that's available to support you and help you with your cases also. All right. I know Lisa touched base on the EAP location, and EAP is just, I can't say enough about it. If you even if you think, gosh, I'm just not much of a computer person, it's very, very simple. And if you'll give yourself some extra time for that first EAP, because that one's going to take a little bit longer. But once you go through it, it cuts down on the not in good orders. You will find your applications go through so much quicker and just correct, because the system is geared to pull up the correct forms and really make sure that you are crossing your T's and dotting your I's. What we have available to you, and I verified this on our last webinar with IAMS, is that they have on their Firelight platform, of course, North American is a company that they support on the EAP system. When you click North American, a suitability pre-check is available for you to utilize. This is an awesome tool for you to use to put in the information for that client. You submit it. It does not require a client signature. It does not require a client review before you send that in. It goes directly to our reviewer here in the office, a suitability employee, and it says you'll hear back from them within 48 hours. I've never heard of it taking that long. It's generally within 24 hours, and we can actually put a rush on it if you need. Really easy way to know up front if this case is going to be approved by suitability. They will give you an approval right away. They'll send back an email, let you know if it's been approved. They'll let you know if, you might need to go in and change a little bit more information or give us a little more clarification on something, and then we'll take a look at it again and then give you an approval. Or they may say, you know what, this is just a case we're not comfortable with, and then you haven't had to involve the client and had to sign anything to know that that's just not something that we're going to be able to take. So what a great opportunity for you to use that. Our suitability team actually will also talk to the agents directly, which is something a little unusual. So if you're not a computer person, if you're not getting on the EAP, they really like you to use the suitability pre-check. We know that's not always available. So please, utilize our suitability team if you do have some questions about if you think the client, is on the edge. All right. We also have an awesome commission program for our agents. It is called the Exclusive Producers Connection. Really nice way for you to bump up that paycheck. So at $2 million in issued fixed indexed annuity business, we're going to pay you on a monthly basis basis points additional commission. So the commission rate currently on our normal, the majority of our fixed indexed annuities, we'll talk about PrimePath Pro, the commission level on that currently is 6.75. So you add an additional 50 basis points for $2 million in issued premium, and that's on any premium, whether that's on our, some of our other fixed indexed annuity products or not. You're going to earn that additional 50 bips. If you hit $4 million, it's an additional full 1%. And at $8 million, it's an additional 1.5. So if you're thinking, gosh, if I hit that $2 million mark, that's great. You're going to give me an extra 50 basis points on my business going forward. We actually pay retro. So once you hit that $2 million in premium, that 50 basis points is paid retro to $1. So you also not only get paid on anything going forward, but you get paid on that first $2 million that you sent into us. So it's a really nice program. Now let's get into the product here. Let me check on my time. Okay, 10:30. We're doing pretty good here. Okay, so PrimePath Pro. It does come in a 10-year surrender charge opportunity as well as a 12-year. The 12-year in the majority of states issues through age 75, except California. Unfortunately, it just issues to 52. The PrimePath Pro 10, though, issues all the way through age 79. We like to quote the PrimePath Pro as our save it, spend it, leave it product, and we'll go through each of those. So the first thing is the save it portion. So this is a product that has a built-in benefits rider with no fee. So the product comes already with this rider. There's no additional fee to the client to pay for these benefits. We do have several interest credits available, which we're going to go through, including annual point-to-point, 2-year point-to-point, no fee, and with fee. So to kind of take a look, and Lisa, I think you might be interested in this one because I actually had worked with a senior VP and asked them, what kind of allocation strategies do you guys show on the PrimePath Pro? So they gave me this opportunity to give you a really great diversified opportunity for the allocation strategies. And with this rate that I'm going to show you here, it's only 40% of the funds in an enhanced fee strategy. And that fee strategy is only 95 basis points on this product. So really competitive strategy charged to enhance those participation rates. So let's take a look here. So the first 20%, I'll put in the first two. So we're going to look at an annual point-to-point strategy and go with our S&P indexes. We've got a low volatility daily risk control strategy, and then we also offer the S&P with this multi-asset risk control strategy. And they really work differently. So they work kind of, they're both low volatility strategies, but sometimes when one is returning not as well, the other one is making up for that. So it's a great diversification to use both of those. The next 20% he's showing is in our Morgan Stanley Dynamic Contribution. And you're thinking, well, we just added this Dynamic Global Index with Morgan Stanley. Why wouldn't you do that? Well, we are going to do that as well with our enhanced strategies. But this is a way to diversify, again, the Morgan Stanley Index to be able to utilize both opportunities and use that diversification is going to be really beneficial. So the other 20%, these two are going into those fee strategies. We're going to enhance those participation rates by paying that 95 basis point fee. And we're going to put 20% of those in that new Morgan Stanley index on an annual point-to-point basis and the other in a 2-year point-to-point. So again, only 40% of your funds are going into a fee strategy. And you've got some great diversification. Let's take a look at how this looks. So the most recent period using this type of dynamic allocation strategy is going to produce a 6.83 effective yield net of the fees. So that's taking out that 95 basis point fee on the 40%. The best 10 years out of the last 20 shows at 8.21. And the worst 10 years out of the last 20 is still showing you 6.57% because of that diversification that we've done. All right, so that's kind of save it. It's got some really nice growth potential for your client. But what if they're needing some income? Well, that's where your spend it comes into play. The rates that I just showed you, the way that this income portion works at no fee is it is giving the client 200% of that interest credited. So the interest credited to your account value, you take 200% of that, and that's what's going to go into this benefit-based side that the client can use for income. Our income is available immediately. That client can start taking an income stream right away if they wish. We also have a doubler on that income that the clients can use, and it is not based on them having to be confined to a nursing home. It's based on them not being able to perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living. The really super cool part, don't know if there's anybody on here that works with California clients, but we managed to get this doubler with the ADL benefit approved in the state of California. So it is now approved in each state that we do business in. So that is so exciting. So let's take a look at that same rate spotlight that I had done for you. But let's take a look at if we're looking at the income side of that, or that benefit-based side. So if you think about it, you are taking that most recent period and you are doubling that. So just to take a look, so you're looking at a 13% net of fees doubler on your 200% benefit-based side. That is very attractive, especially with the opportunities for your clients at no fee to take that income stream. I'll kind of reiterate this later, but along with having that available to the client immediately and not having to wait 10 years, the client can also choose level or increasing income opportunities where the increase is going to be based upon what the credited rate is each year. They also can elect single or joint income. And they don't have to pick that when they issue their contract. Who really knows what they need to do or what situation they're going to be in maybe 5-10 years down the road when they're ready to start, or even after the first couple years. So they are not having to make that decision until the time that they want to start that income stream. So that's spend it. Now leave it. What does that mean? Well, that is that this benefit-based roll-up, that 200% of credits, is available as an enhanced death benefit option for your beneficiaries. That benefit base is going to be available to pay out over 5 equal payments to the beneficiaries. You say, well, that's great, but if I turn on the income, that probably goes away. It does not go away. So there is always going to be that opportunity at death for that beneficiary to look at what is the benefit base worth at the time of death. Do I want to take that in a lump sum, which is always available to a beneficiary, or is it going to behoove me to take maybe a higher dollar amount, but take that over 5 payments? So that's your leave it section.
Hey Melva, can you go back to that real quick? That previous
Absolutely.
page?
You bet. Got
Okay. I want to just chime in here for a second. So, a lot of feedback I get, when talking to agents, especially maybe some of those folks that are, new to annuities or, worried about the complex aspect of annuities. Don't worry about that. I was literally just on the phone with one of my agents right before this webinar, and And, there was a large case that, didn't go through a couple years ago because of all the different bells and whistles that annuities can play and factor for your clients. But if your client, if their needs are just a legacy, then don't worry about confusing them with the spend it part.
Mm-hmm.
Make it simplified. Don't overcomplicate it for your clients. If they are just looking to save it and then, they just want the best, returns with the safe carrier, then forget about the spend it and leave it part. Forget about the last two columns here. Let's just talk about the growth and the safety of the product with a A+ rated carrier. If they're just interested in a legacy, then let's just talk about this. Let's just talk about the enhanced death benefit. If they're concerned about, having their beneficiaries paying on taxes. All right, well, we can spread out the taxes in 5 years and you'll get an enhanced benefit to help pay for some of those taxes. So I just wanted to bring that up because that's something that I hear quite a bit, with both experienced and folks new to the industry on the annuity side. North American is awesome. They give you all these bells and whistles, but if it's something that's going to overcomplicate and confuse the client, leave it out. And then you have that in your back pocket. So when something does change in their life, you can say, oh, by the way, that policy I sold you 2 years ago, that contract with North American, oh yeah, it's got a doubler on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we can take care of that ADL issue, and long-term care or home health care issue. So I just wanted to throw that out there, Melva. And if you have anything to add on that, great. Otherwise, I'll let you keep going.
That's okay. No, that is such a great point because it can get overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff that goes into the product, but it's there for what if the client comes to you, yes, exactly, and says, gosh, I just want an enhanced death benefit for my beneficiaries, but I really don't want to pay a lot for it. Then focus on this for the leave it portion with the 200% of credit. That is just a fantastic, thought, Lisa, and thanks for bringing that up. Very
Sure.
good. All right. So I am going to show you here. This is a sample page in the illustration of the way that this was run with the 20% breakout. So this is showing you exactly how we got that net annual effective rate over the most recent 10-year history, highest and lowest. What I want to really draw to your attention here is these credited interest rate columns. Notice that? Highest, lowest. Whether you are looking at most recent, highest, or lowest, you are not seeing a single zero listed. Now there's one here that's 0.79, which isn't great, but you know what? It's still not a zero. This client with this mix did not ever see a zero return. They had a return each and every year in this scenario. I think that's really, really strong. All right. So how do we stack up against the competition? Well, let's just review. So first off, we have no rider fee ever on the PrimePath Pro. There is absolutely no wait to start that income stream. That client can come to you, right after the issuing date and say, I need to start this income stream right away. And they can do that with us. Again, they can choose single or joint. Now, to pick joint, it does have to be a spouse, of course, and that spouse does have to be the sole primary beneficiary on the application. But that is true for whether it's a qualified plan and, it's my IRA money. As long as I have my spouse listed as my sole primary beneficiary, I can still choose a joint income. And that is at the time of election, and you can also do level or increasing. Again, we've got that enhanced death benefit option that's going to pay over 5 equal payments. And it is available both before and after your lifetime income. Huge point here that I think I need to move further into the presentation. This product is flexible premium. Like,
There
how
should
cool
be
is
3
that?
stars on that one.
Right? I mean, flexible premium products are really going to the wayside, and
Mhm,
especially an income flexible product is
mhm.
just really, really hard to find. So as long as you can, the minimum premium on this product is 20,000. As long as you can get that first 20,000 in, you can add premium throughout the life of this contract, and you get an additional commission paid on each deposit through the first 5 years. It's a decreasing commission, but you're still going to get a piece of the pie on everything that they add in the first 5 years of the contract, and the client can continue to add if they wish. So that's pretty amazing.
That is one of the biggest things. And there's a lot of times, when I take calls all the time about, well, client wants to add another, 20,000, or they just inherit, we add another this amount? And unfortunately, we have to start a new contract and find another carrier, that might have lower par rates because it's a lower premium or whatnot. Having flexible premium options for your client is huge. You might not see that today, but when they call you back after they've got some more money they need to add in a year or so, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, we can add that. So I'm telling you, I don't think there's another product out there that has no writer fees and all of these bells and whistles and allows flexible premium. So add 2 stars to that on our next webinar, Melva.
I will. I know. I just made myself a note. I need to move that and really highlight it, because that is really exciting. And especially, there are a lot of clients that right now they've got their 401ks or their pension plans, things like that, their governmental plans, and they're a little concerned about a market correction. They want to peel a portion off right now, so they could do that, peel that portion off now, pop it in here for an income stream in the future, and then as they go through that 401k pension plan, they can continue to peel off portions if they wish, because you can
Mhm.
always get them added. And I had somebody ask, well, how does that affect your benefit base? Well, whatever premium is in your accumulation value at the end of that year is going to participate in that 200% interest credit. So it gets added to that benefit base right away. So you're adding it to the account value, you're adding it to your benefit base. Okay. We've got the upside potential with enhanced participation rates. There is, I know I kind of skipped that one bullet point there. We do have a benefit base floor. It's rolling up at 1% per year. Really, I don't see that come into play ever unless you started income stream after the first year and you happened to get a zero in that first year. Maybe you're 100% in the 2-year point to point, and so you get a zero return and the client wants to turn on their income. Well, then they'll at least have a 1% growth on your benefit base when income starts. Again, don't ever see that really happen. Okay. So we talked about the product, and this product you can use this for growth or accumulation. You can use this for participating income. You also can use this one for a death benefit or legacy type of product. You've got the company filling the buckets with our financial strength, our ease of business and service, our agent loyalty program with that EPC program, and our value adds such as the suitability pre-check. And then, we didn't really go over, but again, Lisa and I love our lines of business. We do accept inherited IRAs. We
Mhm.
accept non-qualified stretch plans. Now, those two are not available within this product, but trust me, if you are working on a non-spousal inherited IRA or a beneficiary that has inherited non-qualified stretch money, you get in touch with Lisa, because we are a great home for those types of monies. And then our non-natural ownerships. The PrimePath Pro, all of our products can be owned by a trust. We have a huge list of trusts that we accept as ownership. We also take nonprofit organizations as owners. It can be a bank, it can be a credit union, corporations, so for-profit, nonprofit. So we have a really long list of non-natural ownership types that we will accept. So if you have any questions on those, please get a hold of Lisa, get a hold of myself, and we'll take a peek at our list and see if those are a fit. Because the non-natural ownership is an awesome tool within this income product as well.
So we're really checking off a lot of the boxes here. Melva,
Yeah.
do you want to go to you knew I was going to go previous screen, and
Yep.
the other previous screen showing the fees
Yeah.
for the
So
enhanced.
yeah, I gotta go
Oh,
back
that's
to
okay.
slide.
But they also have a
Nope, I'll do it.
true
Go
up
ahead.
feature.
Yes. Oh, true up feature with the enhanced strategies.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
So
want to kind of go over that a little bit because I mean, we have a lot of folks that are concerned about fees, and then clients, of course, especially if they're trying to move it from a broker dealer and, annuities have this reputation of all these hidden fees. Well, not really. Your broker
yeah,
has hidden fees, but um, the true up feature allows them to have a little bit um, more relief as far as, okay, well, it's 95 basis points, but what if everything goes down the drain here in the next couple of years, and we've been paying these 95 basis points for the last 5 years, and now they're in the red. Oh, okay, I'll let Melva take it from there. We got a
you
solution
bet.
for that.
We do. It is such a fantastic opportunity. And Lisa, I'm so glad that you keep remembering that for me because it's such a good feature, but it's just something that, we've had the whole time since we've offered enhanced strategies. But what we're going to do for your clients is this is really a no risk opportunity for them to earn that enhanced strategy. At the end of the surrender charge period, we as a company, we're going to take a look to see how much did that client spend in fees to get the enhanced strategy and what did they get out of it. So we're going to make sure that they got enough interest credited to their account to make up for whatever fee they paid to get the product, to get those enhanced strategies. We're going to make them whole if that fee was higher than what they got out of it. So again, a no risk opportunity to really participate in those enhanced strategies. And I'll also say, only the percent that you are allocating to the enhanced participation rate strategies is going to be charged that 95 basis points. And that may be like, well, I wouldn't expect it, but you would be surprised how many times, or they think that I've got to do all enhanced. If I'm going to do an enhanced strategy, I have to do 100% in that. No, you don't. Just like I showed you with those 20% split outs, you can allocate really however you wish amongst any or all of the options as long as they add up to 100% for the client.
Awesome.
Did that
And
cover it good?
yeah, do they have to stay in the contract all 10 years or 12 years in order to be able to have that true up feature?
They do. The true up does only happen at the end of the surrender charge period.
Right. So that's the only thing. I
Yep.
mean, typically when you're going into these annuities, your intention is to stay in them the whole contract period. But just want to make sure that, full disclosure, that is how that true up factor would work.
Yes. All right. Perfect. Anything else? I've got it. Here I am. I got a new picture, Lisa. Do you notice that?
Oh, hey, Melva.
This looks a little more like me. I was using a really old picture. So I am Melva Newbrough, and I've got my phone number listed there for you. I have my email there listed. Lisa and I have such an awesome partnership. I have been very blessed
Hmm.
to be introduced to you, Lisa, and for us to be able to work together. So, I
Likewise,
don't want to
likewise.
take anything off her plate, but I'm always here as an additional resource for you as well, and would love to answer any questions that you might
Yep, she's pretty awesome, guys. Don't hesitate to reach out to Melva. I do want to, in the interest of time here, looks like um we're right on schedule, so that's good. But want to launch this last poll for anybody that is interested, and maybe you're not contracted with North American yet. Um, Click yes here. If you want to see an illustration, have a client already in mind, click yes here. I'll be sure, Melva and I get that illustration out to you. And then, of course, receive additional information. If there's any particular slides here that you liked or anything like that, let us know. I would like to mention that North American is one of my favorite carriers for client-facing material, brochures, things like that. They are extremely professional looking and easy to understand for the client. So go ahead and select yes here if there's any or all of those items that you would like to see. And let me look at my questions box while I leave this open. And I don't see, you must have done a good job, Melva. I don't see any
Well,
questions here.
between you and me, though, you fill in my blanks, so I love it. You're so good.
Well, I appreciate your partnership. And again, I want to say thank you to everybody for attending. We have a nice turnout here. I'm excited to introduce myself to those of you that are new to us or names I haven't spoken with here before. I will be sending out a recorded version of this webinar to all of you that have attended here. So be looking out for my email. It's going to come from lachendro@imzinc.com. Oh, I do have a question here. Product training, yes. There is a product.
I have, let's see. I just made, you know what, Lisa? I will send you over. I just made a nice flyer with that product code on it, specifically for PrimePath Pro. So
Got it.
I can get that. I can get that over to you, and then you can share that with everyone.
Perfect. Perfect. I'll also be sending you all a product highlight sheet. I do have another question in here. Are there any free withdrawals? Yes. 7% free withdrawal. Is that
Yes.
in first or second year, Melva?
It's after the first contract year, 7% of your account value. Yep.
Yep. So good
Great
questions
question.
there.
Yes.
Yeah. See, our attendees are helping us fill in the blanks here
That's
too.
fantastic. Yes.
Love the interaction there. Well, if Melva, if you don't have anything else to add, I think oh, I have one more question here.
Awesome.
Income withdrawal rates.
Oh, the lifetime payment percentages. Oh my goodness. See, you guys are giving me all kinds of ideas. I gotta revamp this presentation.
Well, it's a pretty new
So
product,
there,
so I mean, this is how we, you know.
how we roll.
Yep.
So there is a lifetime payment percentage chart. It is age based, but it does go up 10 basis points each year the client gets older. It is on, Lisa, I'm pretty sure it is on that agent highlight sheet or quick reference guide that you're going to send out. I believe it has level and the increasing rate of payout percentages.
I think I saw it on there, yeah.
I'm positive that it's on there. So I do apologize, and definitely, reach out if you need some illustrations run on this. If you've got clients in mind, that's fantastic. I know Lisa's been running some illustrations already, so we've been just chatting this one
I've
up for the
already
last
got our
week.
guys here in the office, pros on PrimePath. So any type of scenario you want to see, you let me know, and I'll make sure you get that illustration.
And we
So
can also illustrate increasing income. We just have to have an age or a year to get that started, and then we can choose increasing. And I'm sure you may have run into that, Lisa, but that is something that's definitely available as well. Or if you want
yep,
to take RMD withdrawals and then start income, we can show that. There's a lot of different opportunities on the illustration for us.
yep. Just talk to me about what the client's needs are and what they're looking to do and what their plan is, and we can make it happen for sure. All right. Well, again, thank you, Melva.
Yay.
Always awesome having you with us here. And your partnership with IAMS and North American, I mean, it's just, it's a strong partnership. So we look forward into keeping that strong. folks that are on here. I want to thank you for your time this morning. I look forward, like I said, and touching base with all of you here in the next day or two. And then if there's anything else, Melva, that you want to add?
I think that was fantastic, and your attendees did such a great job of adding questions, that information that I have got to add to the presentation, so I appreciate them very much.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Shoot over those prospects that you think this would be a good fit for, and we'll get rocking and rolling. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Sue.